Meet Tomo, self-proclaimed YouTube personality, musical sensation,
I don't know what you're doing today.
and renowned clickbaiter. Like many before him, Tomo uses pitiful methods to get attention on YouTube. We find out just how far the rabbit hole goes. Tonight, on To Catch a Clickbaiter.
Yeah.
So I first discovered Tomo when he randomly followed me on Twitter in October of 2016, which is something that happens frequently on the site because there's no limit to how many accounts another account can follow. After checking out the account, I realized that he was following over 15,000 people, so I made a bit of a game out of it. I tweeted saying, counting how long it takes discount scarce to unfollow. It was a little over 2 weeks, by the way. This method of gaining Twitter followers is extremely common, and it's kind of Twitter practice to follow someone back when they follow you, especially when you're a smaller account. So the more people you follow, the more likely it is that they will follow you back. Considering the fact that Frodo unfollowed me and his following count changes drastically, we can assume that he unfollows thousands of people just to follow another fresh batch of a few thousand to increase the likelihood of them following back. Whether it's a bot or he does this by hand, it's a resourceful way to quickly gain a bunch of followers in a short amount of time. But it's also incredibly scummy. This is where this turnip gets most of his attention from, and if you think that's where the Twitter shenanigans end, then oh boy, we've only just begun. So currently the most successful type of content on YouTube is commentary videos and drama channels like, Pyro, Leafy, Drama Alert, to name a few examples. You could argue that the genre is dying, but I think at this point most of YouTube is dying. It's these channels that Tomo has based his entire YouTube career on, creating video after video on hot button topics in order to suck off that little bit of relevance left once the big guys are done with it. But that's not the worst thing, and what I'm about to show you is probably the scummiest part of his Twitter scheme. So personally I think drama is fucking stupid. YouTube used to have actual content that took effort to make and actually paid off, like animations, skits, and now instead, videos attacking content creators that take only a few hours to make get more views, likes, and shares than animations that took upwards of years to make. People like Bobo here spend maybe the time between when they get home from school and bedtime to make a video. To put that into perspective, here's a breakdown of the time it took to make this video that you're watching versus the time that Toto complains about. The thing that I dislike the most about drama is that a lot of people want on that bandwagon and are willing to inject themselves into other people's drama for some of that sick YouTube retention time. Tomoware is getting banned by a larger YouTuber like a badge of honor, and if you check out his Twitter right now, he's probably sent a screenshot or two within the past few weeks of him being blocked by someone. Look at how this guy blocked me for having opinions, he frequently says in his tweets, which is a lie, of course. If you check out his Twitter, you'll see a large portion of them is him tweeting at larger YouTubers, borderline harassing them. Check out this video he tweeted at our favorite gnome, DJ Keemstar.
Keem, shouldn't you be looking after your daughter and be putting her to bed?
There's a lot more where that came from, but this one is by far the creepiest. This is Tomo's attempt to inject himself into other people's drama because he knows that if he gets involved, then a few heads will be turned in his direction to check out his
fantastic
content. Jesus, does he ever turn a light on in there? Oh. There we go. So I mentioned that sometimes Tomo uses popular topics in his videos in order to gain views, sometimes controversial and sometimes just fucking stupid. The biggest problem I have with his content is that he considers himself a commentary channel, yet he never actually adds to any conversation. The way his videos are structured, he never actually makes any observations of his own, he just makes statements based on popular opinion. For example, his video on KSI not wanting people to pirate his movie is just 3 minutes of him saying hypocrite.
Hypocrite. Hypocrite, that is a hypocrite.
It's funny how quick he is to use the word hypocrite because I highly doubt he can afford Sony Vegas.
It is overpriced, don't get me wrong.
Wow, congrats Tomo, you can regurgitate a basic observation that everyone else has said in their videos for 3 whole minutes. Here, have another 2,000 subs, you've earned it. Little sidebar, can we talk about this borderline toxic mindset that you have to show your audience just how hard it is to make a video? Tom over here pulls a Leafy and posts his Sony Vegas timeline expecting us to be impressed. Literally anyone who makes videos knows that's dog shit editing and it did not take as much time as you're making it out to be. Well, there we go, just cut that bad boy up, move some stuff around and make a snippet. So at this point, I hope anyone watching realizes that I'm building up to something, and unlike Shlomo, there's actually something to take away from this video. When you do this, it's really obvious. I can tell you from being on the site since 2008 and making content since 2011 that the only real amount of success I saw was when I tried something new and challenged myself creatively. We have enough Let's Players, we have enough commentary channels, and for God's sake, we have more than enough news channels. What YouTube needs is something refreshing and different from the norm. You wonder why someone like Proxy is doing so well with the same type of videos with less than a quarter of the videos that Tomo has? Because it's refreshing to hear the opinion of a woman on feminist issues and she actually adds to the conversation, unlike this shit.
I'm not very good at describing things.
Then why are you doing reaction videos?
What I'm hoping this video will do will prevent other small content creators from seeing the big guys and being like,
I'm gonna do that and not stray away for even a second.
Because that's not what content creation should be about. What I'm trying to say is the mentality from the beginning should be content first, fame second, and not the other way around. If you improve your content or try different things, then the fame will come naturally over time. It's just a lot of work to get an audience. So instead of focusing on how you can shortcut the system, focus on how you can better your content. A lot of you watching are probably wondering, you're giving this kid what he wants. Why give the turnip any attention?
Did I already say the turnip thing?
The main reason I made this video is because there are thousands of small content creators exactly like Tomo wanting to take the elevator instead of the stairs when it comes to YouTube, and I'm just sick of seeing it. I want to use multiple examples of different content creators using different scummy methods, but JoJo filled out the entire criteria and he came to me. So to any budding content creators out there, don't be like this. Seriously, currently the YouTube system is built against small content creators like me and Bobo here, as much as I hate to categorize myself with him, but before you go off shooting mass DMs and promoting yourself in YouTube comments, at least make sure your content is the best it can be at that current time. Thanks for watching. Until next time. So while editing this video, I realized that Tomo has rebranded his Twitter, deleted most of his tweets, and unlisted some YouTube videos that I used in this video. I assure you that these tweets are real. I don't benefit anything from faking them, and if you need more proof, his unlisted videos are available on his Google Plus page. Thanks again for watching. Later.